Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are delighted to present to you today on the topic of Sharia economic system. Our group consists of 4 members. I'm Intan, then there's Janice, Lisma, and Rafiq first. The Sharia economic system is a system of economics based on the principle of Islam. This means that this economic system follows the economic guidelines found in the teaching of the Islamic religions such as the Quran and Hadith. The primary objective of the Sharia economic system is to create social justice, blessing, and prosperity for society while adhering to Islamic laws and value. And then some key principle in the Sharia economic system includes first, there is the prohibition of riba or interest. Riba or interest is prohibited in Islam. In the Sharia economic system, transactions involving interest are forbidden, and income from interest-bearing loan is considered unlawful. And second, avoidance of speculative and gharar transactions. Speculative transactions or those involving excessive uncertainty or gharar are also avoided in Sharia economics. Transactions must be clear and fair. Third, zakat and infaq. The collection and distribution of zakat and infaq are essential components of Sharia economics. These funds are used to assist the poor and promote social welfare. And fourth, there is social justice. The Sharia economy system emphasizes social justice principles. This includes fair income distribution and protection against exploitation. And five, prohibition of haram transaction. Transaction involving goods or services that are prohibited in Islam, such as alcohol or pork, are also avoided. Six, there is business ethic. Business ethics in Islam are highly emphasized, including the prohibition of unethical business practice like fraud, breach of trust, and spreading false information.
The basic values of Sharia economics. The basic values of Islamic economics are derived from the core teachings of Islam, namely monotheism. This value of monotheism is translated into 4 basic values that differentiate Islamic economics from other economic systems, namely 1. Ownership. In the Islamic concept, everything is essentially the absolute property of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala in accordance with the word of Allah in Al-Quran, Surah Yunus, verse 55. But humans get the right to personal ownership of the result of his effort, energy, and thought in the form of property, whether obtained through the process of transferring ownership based on Islamic transaction or grants or inheritance. 2. Justice in business. In teaching, Islamic justice is the most basic value in accordance with the word of Allah in the Al-Quran, Surah Al-Ma'idah, verse 8. The value of justice must be applied in every economic activity, one of which in voting. Islam encourages humans to work and strive in accordance with Al-Quran, Surah Al-Jumu'ah, verse 62. 3. Cooperation for good. Economic activities, both individually and in groups, are all encouraged in Islam. Economic activities carried out in groups must be carried out based on cooperation and based on the spirit of helping each other in goodness, as Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala says in Surah Al-Ma'idah, verse 2. Competition in Islam is based on cooperation or cooperative competition, namely by the spirit of competing in spreading goodness. 4. Balanced growth. The growth of Sharia economics and finance in Islam is important in order to realize the purpose of human existence in the world. namely worshipping God and provide as many benefits as possible to human and the universe as rahmatan lil alamin. Next, characteristic of Sharia economics. When compared to conventional economic system, Sharia economic principle comply more with the profession of Islamic teaching. The following are characteristic of Sharia economics. 1. Define economy. This means is that all types of regulation and the basic of Sharia economics law should be implemented in accordance with Islamic law, focusing on defined values in economic transaction. This branch of science aims to create unity in the social environment. 2. Economic justice. Sharia economics pays attention in detail that justice is accepted by the entire community and without the interference of certain classification, one of which is social class. Apart from that, the following method provides every business actors with the opportunity and freedom to run their business according to Islamic norms. 3. Middle economics. Basically, Sharia economics is an economic system that balances individual rights with the world and the hereafter. Therefore, an economic balance or equilibrium will be created and a sense of responsibility will emerge among business actors.
Sharia economic goals. The objective of Sharia economic its implementation are as follows. 1. Ensure the creation of economic prosperity and society based on Islamic value. 2. Building and creating a comprehensive and universal sense of justice in a crisis. 3. Not apply expensive restraint to individual freedom that still provide social benefit society. The aim of Sharia economic above is to realize accountable justice so as to create a better economic life for society. For example, zakat. Zakat, woman's purpose is for justice. Financial using the system. Here are four advantages. 1. Financial installment without usury. In other words, the Sharia system replaces in usury system with profit sharing or murabaha, the principle of buying and selling. 2. System usage does not harm both parties because it uses the profit sharing or murabaha method. 3. In the Sharia economic system, 3. In advantage of repayment before maturity, and consumer-based deposit are guaranteed by the Deposit Insurance Corporation or LPS.
Next, we will talk about cooperation in Islamic economics. 1. Shirkah. Shirkah in Islamic economics is arguably equivalent to the concept of joint venture in conventional economics. The form of shirkah cooperation is generally carried out by two people or two parties and can also be more than that. And 2. Mudorobah. Mudorobah is a form of cooperation involving two parties, namely the investor called Sahibul Mal and the business executor called Mudorib. The result of this form of cooperation are often referred to as profit sharing, and the determination of the percentage of profit sharing is determined in advance according to the agreement. 3. Murabaha. The form of buying and selling cooperation in Islam is also often referred to as murabahah. In this form of cooperation, there is a transfer of ownership of goods between the seller and the buyer. This is the most common form of cooperation in the Islamic economy. There are several forms of contract that can be done in murabahah. They are bisamanil ajil, salam, istisna, istijar, ijarah, and sarf. 4. Form of trust cooperation. This form of cooperation is an agreement on guaranteeing or settling debt by giving trust. In carrying out of this cooperation, there are several contracts that are commonly used. Among them are guarantees, kafalah or damana, pawning, rahan, and tip transfer, hiwalah. 5. Wadi'ah. This form of cooperation is carried out by entrusting valuable owned by someone to the another trusted person. During the entrustment period, the person can provide a custodial service fee to the person he entrusted. 6. Wakalah. In this form of cooperation, a person may entrust or authorize another person to complete his transaction. For example, such the transaction of handing over house, securities, and so on. This form of transaction is generally done between a person and the investment manager he chooses. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now our group will explain about Islamic economic system. The Islamic economic system is known as the Sharia economic system. Linguistically, Sharia means the way, rules, and law created by Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala that must be done by humans. Therefore, this mechanism makes Islam value in its application. As Muslims now, carrying out daily activities should be guided by verses of the Quran and Hadith, especially economic practice. It should be noted that the Islam economic system is implemented in order to prevent Muslims from economic practice that are contrary to the Sharia. For example, usury and tyranny. Next, will be continued by my friend.
The Sharia economic system is an economic system that is based on Islamic value, namely the value of the Al-Quran, Sunnah, Hadith, Ijma, and Qiyas. So the Sharia economic is usually referred to as Islamic economic. This system refers to the concept of Aqidah and a Muslim faith to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then, this faith is manifest in the form of Sharia, behavior, morals, attitude, ethic, and all the reaction of Muslim. The Sharia economic system has several basic principles, including 1. There is no absolute ownership for anything. 2. All available research are a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. 3. The economic is driven collectively or together. 4. Focusing on effort to ensure community ownership and planning to the benefit of many people. 5. Equal distribution of wealth. 6. It is obligatory to pay zakat to those who have a certain level of wealth and have reached the nasab. 5. Prohibition of usury in any form.
Next is goal. So the main goal of Sharia economics is to harmonize the lives of all people with Islamic law. Basically, this system supports social benefits so that all forms of fraud or manipulation of it are strictly prohibited. Apart from that, Sharia economics also aims to form close social ties based on a sense of brotherhood so that income distribution can be spread evenly.
So from the explanation before, there are some products of Islamic economic system. It's like insurance, pawn shop, and banking.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group 3. We wanna explain about the Sharia economic system. So let's begin with talking about the definition of Sharia economics. Sharia economics is a branch of economics that applies basic values and Sharia principles based on the Al-Quran, Sunnah, Ijma, and Qiyas. This system applies universally in all aspects of life, including economic and financial activities in banking. The Sharia economic system prioritizes goodness based on the Islamic religious values. Therefore, the aim of this economic system is in line with the aim of implementing Islamic Sharia or law, namely achieving a good and honorable system, thereby creating happiness in this world and the hereafter.
Okay, principles of Sharia economic. Islamic economic actually address two principles related to provision in Islam, where there are several principles and practice of Islamic economic that are applied, including number one, provision of measure. The provision of measure may not allowing activities in the form of gambling in economic activities. And number two, prohibition of gharar. The prohibition on gharar is basically prohibition on committing fraud. This means that every economic activity must not deceive other people for one own benefit and to detriment of other. Number three, prohibition of haram goods. This means that the Islamic economic system does not allow carrying of transaction or obtaining goods in ways that are not good or prohibited in Islamic. 4. Prohibition of zalim, the prohibition of committing injustice mean that all kind of economic activities do not allow things to be done that internationally harm other people. Therefore, transactions that every economic should be carried out with a profit sharing system so that profit can be shared fairly without harming either. And number 5, prohibition of ikhtiar. The prohibition of ikhtiar means that in Islamic economic, it is not permissible to hurt God, that people need to benefit themselves and harm others. And last, number 6, prohibition of usury. The prohibition of usury means that additional costs are not permitted in every economic. In every economic transaction, however, this can be avoided if the giver gives it secondly.
Differences between Sharia and conventional economics. Sharia economics and conventional economics can be said to have quite significant differences, because Islamic economics prioritizes Islamic law which benefit both parties in the production, distribution, and consumption processes. Meanwhile, conventional ones prioritize personal interests. In an Islamic economy, justice is mandatory, whereas is conventional justice and justice is accidental. Apart from that, economic principles in Sharia economics are based on Islamic law, which is based on revelation from Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, while conventional economics tends to not have a basis that can be used as a guide in carrying out economic activities. This potentially causing losses, benefits for only one party.
The role of Sharia economics in the 2020 Sharia economics and financial report Lexi. Bank Indonesia explained three roles of Sharia economics in the recovery of Indonesia national economic, including the role of Sharia system policy as a part of Indonesia Bank's main policy mix, both monetary and macroprudential. The aim is to support Sharia banking liquidity so that it can encourage the distribution of Sharia financing in Indonesia. Implementing a partnership-based business model and optimizing profit sharing correctly. That way, business opportunities are maintained through super resiliency in facing business risk, optimizing social finance, such as zakat, infaq, arms, and work.
The potential Sharia economics in Indonesia. According to the Indonesian Ministry of Finance or Kemenkeu, the potential for Sharia economics and financial in Indonesia is very large. This can be seen from the Development and Financial Inclusion Index, which is increasing and support the total Sharia finance asset. Apart from that, this potential is supported by the distribution of Sharia Qur and the increasing number of Sharia debtor. Several opportunities that can become a link from the development of Sharia economics and finance include the growth of social finance through zakah and wakaf, sukuk tokenization, digitalization, and development of Islamic, as well as Sharia financial regulation and impact investment. In fact, according to data obtained by the Indonesian Ministry of Finance, Indonesia is currently ranked fourth in Sharia economics and financial development after Malaysia, Saudi Arabia, and United Arab Emirates. And I think enough for our presentation about Sharia economics. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 4. Let me introduce myself and my friends. My name is Fadia Rizky and my three friends are Masrurah, Restu Asa, and Faiz. Today we will present materials about the Sharia economic system. The Sharia economic system is regulation whose economic implementation is based on Islamic law, namely the Al-Quran and Hadith. Islamic economic system includes saving and loan activities, investment, buying and selling. The existence of the Islamic economic system aims to ensure that Muslims can carry out correct economic activities and avoid several bad qualities such as usury, haram, anjas, and ikhtikar. All economic activities of a good and bad nature are regulated and explained in the detail in the Islamic economic system. And next, namely the principles of economic system. 1. Give space to the state and government. The Islamic economic system guarantees the wealth owned by certain people, namely that this wealth will be used and planned for the common good. This system also provides space for the state to mediate if a problem occurs. 2. Prohibition of usury. The meaning of usury according to Wikipedia is exceeding the loan amount at repayment based on a certain percentage of the principal loan amount charged to the borrower. 3. No monopoly. In the Islamic economic system, it is forbidden to monopolize goods, such as holding goods in large quantities and over a long period of time, so that these goods experience scarcity and have high price. 4. Implementing the profit-sharing system. The principle of the Islamic economic system is to prioritize justice, so every profit made from economic activity will be shared fairly. 5. Freedom of economic activity in accordance with Islamic teaching. Our guarantees non-binding freedom during economic activities as long as they remain in accordance with Islamic law and values. 6. Responsibility. Every economic actor must have responsibility. In Islam, carrying out social responsibility is likened to an obligation. Carrying out this social responsibility is tantamount to giving charity to fellow human beings who need help. Scope of Islamic economic system. 1. Bai. The practice of buying and selling object for object or exchanging object for other object. 2. Akad. An agreement between two or more parties to a sale or purchase.
3. Syirkah, collaboration regarding capital, skill, or trust in a particular business between two or more people whose profit sharing is based on ratio. 4. Mudharabah, collaboration in certain business where profit sharing is based on a ratio. This collaboration is carried out between fund owner and capital manager. 5. Muzarah, the sum work between the land owner and the cultivator. The work on the lands or friend where the imbalance is a quarter of the yield from the lands. 6. Musokah, this collaboration is carried out by the plant owner and keeper whose distribution ratio has been agreed upon by both parties. 7. Kriya, the rights the seller of buyer has to continue the sale and perhaps control or to cancel. 8. Ijarah, item rental transaction with a certain period of time by making payment. 9. Istansna, buying and selling activity that have certain conditions and have been agreed upon by the buyer and seller.
Thank you. It's time. Next, number 10 round is upon debt and receivable agreement with God as collateral for the debt. Number 11, wadiah, instrument of fund or God from the owner of the fund to the recipient of the deposit, which requires the recipient of the deposit to safeguard the fund or God. Number 12 is wakalah, is giving authority to another party to do something. Number 13 is ta'min, insurance, effort to protect its other between a number of people or parties to investment in the form of asset that provide return to face certain rights through contract that comply with Sharia. Number 14 is qad, loan that must be repaid in the same amount within certain time. This has been mutually agreed upon. Number 15, by al-wafa. The term by al-wafa means buying and selling which takes place with condition. The counsel can be requested by the seller when the agreed deadline has arrived. Thank you. That was our group explanation about the Islamic economic system and the perception of Islamic economic. That's all. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.